Welcome back to What's Up Oxford. Joining me now is Amy Mattis, the Community Development Coordinator for DART, which is the Domestic Abuse Resource Team.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the show. It's been about a year since you were here.
It has been, yes. Thank you for having me.
And talking about same thing we were talking about a year ago. It's still happening. 16 days of activism against now called gender-based violence.
Yes. So as we talked about last year, this is a annual and international campaign that runs for 16 days. The purpose of that is kind of to bridge two important days together. So we have November 25th, which is the International Day of Elimination on Violence Against Women. And then we have December 10th, which is Human Rights Day, just to acknowledge that this is a human rights issue.
Of course.
And then centered sort of in the middle of that is December 6th, which is an international day to remember those lives lost, particularly in mass casualties. We usually focus on the Montreal Massacre at Polytechnique in 1989. But it does kind of acknowledge mass casualties against a certain gender as a whole.
So for the 16 days, both on the international level and then more locally, what happens during these 16 days?
It's kind of just an excuse for individuals, communities, organizations, businesses to come together in the fight against violence against women as a unified voice. And the fact that it's worldwide just kind of brings
everybody
a lot of awareness to it. Yeah, it's an awareness raising campaign. Everyone does something a little bit different. In Woodstock, we usually stick to a certain set of things. So we do flag raisings on November 25th. The main flag raising for the community is at Woodstock Museum Square. So we have ESON coming out, we have Marcus Ryan, and then a bunch of community members and organizations come out to speak. It's short and sweet. It's at 1:30. It goes till about 2. And then we do Shine the Light here in Woodstock. So many organizations and businesses light their exterior purple, which is very beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now for the flag raising, is that something that anybody is open to go to? Is it a community event? Anyone's welcome?
Yes. The flag raising on November 25th is for everyone. But this year, uniquely, we have a lot of individual organizations raising flags internally. So those will be to their staff, but it's still great to see so many flags going up. So we have Fanshawe College, all of the hospitals, so Alexandra, Tillsonburg, and Woodstock Hospital, as well as the shelters, so Dasso and Ingamo. We'll all have flags raising this year.
And then businesses will be lighting their exterior purple on which day?
So that's for the entirety of the 16 days.
All 16 days. Okay.
Yes. So last year we had about 10 businesses and organizations, and this year we have 40, which is very exciting. Yeah, we have a lot of, as you know, Woodstock is small business thriving. There's lots going on here with that. So a lot of them, like the Kiln Room and Jarful Refillery and the Soulful Spoon, Jack's Jungle Play, lots of those community-based businesses will have bright purple lights outside for us for the 16 days.
So last year for my Christmas lights, I got these really great LED lights that are actually controlled with an app. Yeah. So residences that have these lights could also light up their homes all in purple.
Yeah. For some people, it's easy as pressing a
button, right, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Shine the Light campaign, that is and that's being all businesses, residents, all participating.
Yeah. Then that'll be beautiful. We'll be doing a social media kind of highlight of all of that as well. Some organizations do have limitations about the exterior of their building lighting, so they're participating in unique ways, like baking purple cookies or wearing purple shirts. So people have got kind of creative this year, but
to show their support.
Yeah.
And then the vigil. What is this?
Yes. So we do a vigil every year. We do it outside of the Woodstock courthouse. So it is to remember those fallen during the Montreal Massacre. So that was a gender-based mass casualty. So we put out some silhouettes in front of the courthouse. So that's 415 Hunter Street, I believe, at 5:30 on December 6th. So we put out some silhouettes. We have some candles. We hand out roses. Usually it's a pretty short event, but this year we will be reading out some revised versions of the obituaries because the anniversary was recently. So I think last year was the anniversary. So I'm not sure if it was 20 years or 30, but the CBC re-released kind of the stories of these women's lives and what they were looking forward to in their lives. So I will be reading those out.
Okay. And that is also open to anybody that wants to attend?
Yeah. That's open to the public. It's a Friday night. It'll be chilly. So, I mean, bring your hot chocolate and your parkas, but it'll...
Dress warm and come and support.
Yeah, but it's only about half an hour long, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I would love to say it is a pleasure to see you, and it's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Yes.
It's heartbreaking that this is still actually a topic of conversation in 2024, and the fact that it is almost seems like it could be getting worse, or maybe it's not getting worse, but now it's not just happening behind closed doors. So the fact that we are, bringing this to light and recognizing the people that have been affected, and more so letting those that may be affected right now, that there are supports available.
The numbers are getting worse, but you're right that the recognition and the awareness is getting a lot better. Woodstock has been a great pioneer in a lot of these things. We declared intimate partner violence an epidemic last July. We're working on a high-risk table that looks at women at risk of femicide. So in Oxford, we are doing a lot.
It's a shame that it has to be that way, but thank you. Thank you for all that you do and bringing that awareness.
Yeah, thank you.
And being here to tell us about it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.